this is Oksana from Fun Stamper, and it's time for another Fun Friday with Oksana. So here are two cards that we're gonna do today, and we're gonna do something kind of super fun. So let me kind of give you a little preview and we talk about some other things quickly. So this I'm featuring in Good Taste last 2 weeks, as I also have a class, and I like to create a lot of matching cards and the same kind of using the same supplies, so my class attendees have ideas. So this is a card we're gonna do, and I think it's look pretty cool, but it has special fold. It has a Z fold that it opens like this. So card opens and then closes shut. So it's really cool, fun fold. It's really look nicely when card is standing. And it's actually really easy to do. So this is gonna be our card number 1. And then I also wanted to create alternative card using maybe different dies and see how it's gonna work. And we're gonna actually use, this is super quick card. This is not even stamped, and it's a Christmas one. So I'm trying to stay ahead of the game and do a Christmas. So we will start with this card. Everything that is featured for this card you could find on page 122. So we're still using the same stamp set, dies. I absolutely love dies. It's just so versatile as far as for labels and stuff like that. And we're still using this paper. I have tons, so I'm just kind of challenge myself to use a lot of that particular paper. All right, so measurements are pretty simple, and as always I'll post measurements after Facebook Live is done, and also I will have a post on my blog with video and stuff like that. So what you need to have, it's actually really simple, and we're not gonna do exactly the same card. As you know, I always try to create the same kind of style, even the same stamp set, the same supplies, but maybe use different ink and some colors. So we actually gonna use kind of that purple one. I like it last time, so I decided, I still have cut flowers, so let's just use that. So supplies that you'll start with your standard size card. So it's cut like short waist of kind of fat card, 5.5 by 8.5, so cardstock cut in half, and scored and 4.25. So this is your just standard size. What is different here, this piece is almost doubled. So this Whisper White piece is 5.25, so you would normally do 5.25 to do an overlay. But you're gonna have 8 inches. So instead of 5.5 by 4, you're gonna have 8 inches. And then you're gonna score at your regular 4 inches, and you're gonna score at 6 inches. And this is gonna create your fold. Designer paper is the same, 4 by 5.25. I made a mistake here. 5.25. So again, this goes on your card front, so pretty standard. And this piece is 2 by 5.25. So actually together it's 6 by 5.25. So this actually really perfect if you wanted to do it from 6 by 6 piece of paper, because you could do one card from that piece of paper, almost no leftovers. The only tip I will give you for this piece is, yes, it's 2 inches, but because it's gonna go here inside, cut like a smidge off, just kind of put it in your cutter and cut really sliver, because if it's gonna be exactly 2 inches, you don't want it to interfere with your score line, but that's pretty much it. And that's all. Then you will need, of course, for this card, you will need to have some dice. You could use circle, you could use ovals. I'm sure you could use any other shapes, like nested shapes. So let's go ahead and do it. So first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually go ahead and adhere this piece of paper. You could, and I will reuse the circle after I cut. So when I actually glue it, I try to glue it all around. So, you know, don't put a glue here because then your designer paper will stick. So I'm gonna put my glue kind of just around and leave my piece intact, right? And I also gonna go ahead and score or fold, reinforce my lines in this particular piece. All right. So here's basically how you're gonna glue it. So you see this is why this piece is easier. So you kind of create that Z fold inside, right? Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and glue it. This one, yeah, let's just cut first, maybe it'll be easier. So now I actually already pre-cut wide circles and I'm trying to figure out which one I like the most. So this one is the stitched one. So this is second largest stitched one, and it's actually have a matching die in the circles. When I wanted to do number 3, it's just too big. I don't have anything to glue bigger. So I decided, or you could just do, you know, different things. I'm gonna use, this is stitched one. So this way you only need to have one, not stitched one, nested one. You only need to have one die cuts. So I use the second largest to die cut my white piece. If I find it. And I kind of want that gorgeous grape to peak, to have a little bit of overlay. So I'll pick my next biggest one that's gonna go around, okay? So let's just put this one aside and I'm gonna use my die cut machine. I'm nervous. It's just so new. I didn't cut it on that yet. I actually, my friend Sherry, she said that old plates actually gonna work with that. So I try on old plates, but I didn't use my new plate. So ladies, you witness a big moment. I'm using my die cut machine for first time. I did a bunch of embossing on it for class, but I was really scared. It's just so new, not scared, but I just don't want it to ruin. I just want to sit and admire plates. I never had plates like that, probably a long time ago. So again, it's new die cutting machine from Stampin' app, really easy to do a sandwich. We're not gonna go over that. So we're gonna put the card like this, and I wanted to align a circle like so. So I wanna kind of maybe the same distance from all the sides. And put my other plates. Oh my gosh, my plate's gonna be, and it's not magnetic yet, it's magnetic coming next month. So it may move a little bit on me. And it's easy to crank actually, I'm surprised. I like to go back and forth, especially cutting 2 pieces of paper. And here you go. So, and as I mentioned, so this is why I didn't glue. So now you could use this circle and you still have the designer paper to use. Ta-da! I did it. I use it. And my plates are not new anymore. Now I could use it every day. So let's start assembling the card. So basically we did this opening and I wanted to reuse this circle. Again, you could just glue it and then cut another circle, but you know, we all about saving what we have. So let's glue designer paper. Remember I was telling you to cut a little bit smaller than 2 inches. And it just adds like nice touch inside when you open. All right. And you're gonna go ahead and glue it, the big piece inside. I'm not watching my comments, so I'll do it in a couple seconds. So just, yeah, make sure that this is on the right side, your fold. All right. And as you could see, I did a little bit green here, so let me just pre-stamp first before I adhere the circle, so it should be much easier. Let me check. I guess with this particular fold, you could either find something that fits inside the circle or your oval, or you could, you know, kind of stamp around and add things, but you don't want anything kind of glued so it's not interfere with your opening. So that's a kind of the biggest hint. So I'll go ahead and stamp some kind of greens, and I'm doing it old olive, so I just kind of wanted to add additional. And the paper, as you could see, paper is super neutral. It's really nice background. It's not in your face, what I like. But sometimes I almost wanted to add a little bit more. Should have probably stamped higher. So here you go. And now we are ready to put our fold together. So you're gonna close the card, and wet glue probably works the best for it. You're gonna close the card like this, and you see this kind of fold peeking through. So you're gonna apply your glue. I mean, you could use any glue, but you just make sure that you apply to that piece and not to your actual circle. And you're gonna push the circle through. And this is what's gonna create the fold. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to dry. And the circle, we're gonna add with dimensionals. Maybe I'll stamp something on it too. Let's see. I didn't try the bigger circle yet, but I thought I wanted to do the biggest circle that we have is stitched one, but I don't have a matching bigger die for it. So, and I really like when you have extra color speaking, so it gives it that little extra. And just add your dimensionals. It's probably good, could be flat, but I think it's gives you a little bit more kind of way to hold the card. So we're gonna glue it here. Through the power of the video, and actually I have it from last week. So here is the flowers that you could have. Maybe I could even do two. I don't know, let's just do one. All right, and I'll add this one to the card. Again, the way you decorate, you could just do anything. I was madly trying to see if my sunflower gonna fit, and sunflower is just too big. I don't have anything to die cut with that. I will add splash of color. This is Purple Posy. I will glue Purple Posy to that. It's just little strip. You could just probably do some other sentiment, but in my opinion, it's needed little something. And I'm kind of addicted to this Tasteful Labels dies. It has kind of those little small pieces, just so easy to add color. And I did quite a few of those. So you just have the smallest one, banner one. You kind of cut it in half. You could probably cut two and hide it behind. And then you just basically add the colors like this. And sentiment gonna go like so. And sentiment, I really like that you are so special. I think everybody right now need a card that say you're special. It's just definitely gonna brighten somebody's day. This is probably my favorite sentiment from that one. Just a note I like, but you're so special. Could mean a lot to people. You know, sometimes we all need reminders that whatever we do, we're still special in our ways, trying our best. So this is the one. And we're gonna add couple twigs. And as you could see, it's a bigger opening, so you have much more wiggle room to decorate. It probably will be pretty if you stamp with something in color. Again, whatever stamp set you have, kind of think about what you can do and how you could decorate. I'm actually thinking to get this layout and see if my husband not listening for our 25th anniversary. We're gonna have it coming in a few days. So I'm super excited. So the trick is when you're gonna glue, you want to make sure it's not gonna be interfering with the closing. So what do you think about this fold? I think it's super simple, and technically what you need compared to any other card, you really need extra quarter sheet of whisper white. That's pretty much what you need. Because if you wanted to create this particular layout, you still need to have full sheet, and you'll need to have even die cut a circle and stuff like that. And I had another flower. So what we could do with that other flower, yes, thank you ladies for your comments. So for that other flower, so you could see how it opens. And you know, like for this flap, you could probably add additional sentiment or stamp. And this one, I have this flower, so I'll just glue it here. And then we could kind of take a step back and think, okay, how else we could decorate, you know, with, I probably could play with leaves forever. I love those, you know, little small touches, and that punches particular fun. So yeah, see how I'm gluing? I'm trying not to go over, because otherwise your card will not move. So sometimes you could probably put something here to stop it, but again, you still want it for card to move open as you open and close. So I'm trying to stay in a circle. The other thing what I absolutely love, and I'm probably gonna be reaching out, pardon for that. So those wooden elements, again, when I saw them in the catalog, I didn't really care about them. And as I started to play with them, I just, you know, they add so much to the card. And they gluing, so this one I was prepping for class, and I actually broke one. So I used half of it by accident. So I used half of it on one card, and now I have another one. Now add little bow, and those little dots also super, super fun. And it's a lot. So I think, how many we have? Like 4 big leaves times 3, so 12 big leaves, 12 of those twigs, 9 of small leaves, and bunch of those dots. And actually those dots I probably, I don't like the best, because you're just adding a little bit. Sometimes when you kind of, no, we all like bling, but maybe sometimes we skip the bling. And here we have it. So super fun fold. So this is one in a gorgeous grape, and this one is in Night of Navy and Petal Pink. As you could see, this one is much smaller, right? But you could really play with how big you want to have your opening. Thank you so much. Have a great day.